Hey basketball guys, we have news. Let's go to more news from the Golden State Warriors, but before that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and leave your like. Can signing a star solve the Warriors' problems? Logically, a player of Zack Lavine's caliber would help a lot in scoring, but the Warriors also need to improve their defense. For the Warriors to compete for the championship, they will need a player who makes an impact on scoring. Warriors will try to sign Zack Lavine. The Warriors enter 2025 with a 16-16 record, good for 10th place in the Western Conference. What went right? And what went wrong? Zack Lavine could take the Golden State Warriors back to the NBA mountaintop as soon as the season. Warriors management would have to present the Chicago Bulls with a favorable offer in order to acquire Lavine. The former two-time NBA All-Star has been in the rumor mill as well as on the trade block for quite some time. He has the tools to remedy many of the issues that Golden State is currently laboring through. It's no secret that the Warriors need another A-class scorer. Their 4-12 record over their last 16 games testifies to that. Not only so, but Warriors superstar Stephen Curry and former All-Star Andrew Wiggins are both scoring well below their norms. Bulls Lavine is a great volume scoring fit for the Warriors. Lavine is putting up 22 points per game on only 15.8 field goal attempts per night. He's converting 49.9% of his looks from the floor. The Washington native has averaged 24 points or more in 4 of the last 6 campaigns. Not only is he an uber-efficient volume scorer at the shooting guard slot, he's also one of the best pure shooters in the league. His 3.3 three-pointers made per contest on a scintillating 44.7% connect rate this season fall right in line with February 8, 3 p.m. on 39% shooting from outside that he's averaged since entering his prime in 2018-19. That in and of itself would be a recipe for success in Golden State. Pairing Curry with a relatively young secondary scorer who is not shy in the least about finding his shot, and can drop 25 on a nightly basis while doing so efficiently and keeping the floor spread in the process would likely cause them to ascend. On top of that, Lavine is one of the more clutch players in the association. The fearless talent would take much attention away from Curry and Wiggins in crunch time. Would Warriors part with Jonathan Kuminga for Lavine? As for his playmaking, the 29-year-old averages 4 assists per game for his career. There's little not to like about the thought of Lavine forming a fourth juggernaut unit in Golden State. In order to snag him though, it would likely take the Warriors giving up 22-year-old rising star Jonathan Kuminga. The Dubs have staunchly refrained from making Kuminga available to other teams. Nevertheless, the Warriors would have to ask themselves if the Democratic Republic of the Congo native is on track to reach all-stardom or better while their championship window is still open. His talent suggests so, though he's still raw in many areas. Nevertheless, Lavine's age, skill set, and nonpareil athleticism make him a worthy player to swap for Kuminga in pursuit of a 5th title in the Stephen Curry and Draymond Green era. Dennis Schroeder has a great chance of being traded, due to the drop in performance. Judging by the Golden State Warriors' play since Dennis Schroeder's arrival, the organization should continue to be active during the trade season. The Warriors could acquire a valuable asset by parting ways with a respected three-point sniper. With the Warriors in freefall having lost 12 of their last 16 games, many are calling for more imminent changes after the front office traded for Dennis Schroeder from the Brooklyn Nets 2 weeks ago, Blue Man Hoops Peter O'Keefe wrote Sunday. But for those who are desperate for Golden State to make a significant move, you may want to exercise some patience until much closer to the February 6 deadline where the franchise will have more flexibility. That's because the recently acquired Schroeder isn't eligible to be traded until February 5, by which point his salary could be crucial in a deal as outlined by NBA insider Jake Fisher in a report for Bleacher Report on Friday. Dennis Schroeder would almost assuredly be part of another big Golden State move, and ultimately his $12.5 million salary is going to be a key piece in any outgoing deal to go get a $48 million player like Jimmy Butler, Fisher said. Golden State are expected to make another move before the deadline, but any deal for a $40+ million player will have to wait given it will likely need to include Schroeder, along with Andrew Wiggins and additional salary/assets. Alternatively, the Warriors could make an imminent trade for a player making around $20 million by using the expiring salaries of Gary Payton II, Kevin Looney, and some combination of Jonathan Kuminga, Moses Moody, Kyle Anderson, and Buddy Hield. Hield was an all-star caliber performer to begin the 2024-25 campaign, averaging 21.2 points per contest on 50% three-point shooting in October. The gifted long-range sniper shot 41.4% from downtown the following month but failed to average at least 15 points per game. Unquestionably, December was an unforgettable month for Hield in every way, as the 6'5" wing only netted 8.5 points per contest and shot well under 40% from three-point land. While the former Philadelphia 76er may return to his original form later this season, the Warriors may place him on the trade block if they identify a must-have target at a reasonable price. Warriors' Dennis Schroeder is already earning praise from Steve Kerr. Dennis Schroeder is starting to figure things out as part of the Golden State Warriors roster. The veteran guard, who joined the franchise earlier this month, has been thrust into the rotation and is learning the team's system and how to thrive on the fly. On Saturday, December 28, Schroeder put in one of his best performances since moving to the Bay Area. Speaking to the media after the game, head coach Steve Kerr praised Schroeder's ability to initiate the offense. This allowed Stephen Curry to adopt an off-ball role, which allowed him to stretch the defense and attack off the catch. As Curry continues to age, we're likely to see him in that role more frequently. "Those are winning plays, those are big-time plays," Kerr said. Even though SCA Charter's been struggling shooting, his ability to handle the ball allowed Steph Curry to get off the ball. His defense on the ball, putting pressure up and down the floor. Schroeder is 7 games into his Warriors career. He's still figuring out where he fits in terms of scoring and how to make the most of Kerr's offense. However, that hasn't stopped him from averaging 9.1 points, 3.9 assists, and 2 rebounds during his 28 minutes of play. Still, his 29.7% shooting from the field is an issue, but one that should correct itself over the coming weeks and months. Adding Schroeder has given the Warriors the additional scorer they need. He's the type of player that thrives during crunch time and will likely come up big during the clutch. His current teething issues are to be expected. Both he and the Warriors must find a middle ground in how to operate together. The fact he's already earning Kerr's praise is encouraging. Warriors' Draymond Green gets real on playing more center. Steve Kerr is struggling to figure out his best rotation. The Golden State Warriors' hot start to the season is now a distant memory. Kerr's team currently sits 10th in the Western Conference and has lost 7 of its last 10 games. Figuring out how to get the most out of the frontcourt rotation is proving especially difficult, and this is leading Draymond Green to spend some additional time as a small ball 5. When speaking to the media following the Warriors' 109-105 win over the Phoenix Suns on Saturday, December 28, Green shared his thoughts on where he's currently being asked to play and his preference to play elsewhere on the floor when possible. "We got to do what we got to do to win games, whatever that looks like," Green said. "For me coming into the season, I'll be honest, I didn't want to play a ton of 5. It's hard. And, me not playing the 5 was working. We were 12-3 or whatever we were, and it was working. But, when it's not working, you have to look at what works. And if that's me at the 5, like I said, I don't love it for entire games at this point. But I love to win, and more importantly, I hate to lose. So if that's what it looks like, that's what it looks like. We got to win games, or I told the guys we're all going to get traded out of here, so we better win some games." Green is Golden State's best defender. He can read actions as they unfold, and is the most vocal member of the rotation. Having him protect the rim and quarterback the defense makes perfect sense. However, Tracy Jackson-Davis offers additional size, length, and rim protection. Finding ways to get the best out of Green while putting Jonathan Kuminga in a position to succeed is proving a difficult task for Kerr and his coaching staff. Regardless of where Green is asked to play, he'll make an impact as a defender and a playmaker. Nevertheless, the center position continues to be an issue for Golden State. Sooner or later, the front office must add some depth at the 5, and then it's on Kerr to make Green and Kuminga work together on the court.